All right, moving on. Before we go to break, let's get to the story. CNN anchor Breonna Keeler challenged Republican governor candidate. Why was she doing this? Caitlyn Jenner to stand up for what she claims to represent. Now, Keeler asked how she plans to defend women's rights and still be in support of Texas' decision to ban abortions after 6 weeks. Jenner said, I think that they have the right in their state to do what they want to do. Do I agree with the decision or not? No, to be honest with you. It's just being reported. It's being reported that Jenner is struggling in California, the election, and that her comment was a last-minute attempt to gain more support before voters hit the poll on September 14th. For the record, Caitlyn is polling at just 1%. Thoughts on this story?
You know, me and T.S. Madison had a very interesting conversation about her today really quickly, and it went for Caitlyn Jenner to be a card-carrying member of one of the most marginalized groups in this country. She still carries on and has the politics of a rich white man. She's been a rich white man much longer than she's been a trans woman. And it's so funny because Madison made a comment. She was like, I don't even think she's trans. I think she's a cross-dresser and just don't want to take the clothes off. Because Caitlyn Jenner has been able to bypass every single struggle that comes along with being a part of a minority, underserved community, she's just out of touch. She's speaking out of both sides of her neck on this issue because she's simply trying to solidify votes. If you believe in a woman's right to choose, then there's no way in hell you could believe and support the Texas law to ban abortion. So which one is it, ma'am?
Al?
You know, I feel like Texas. Like, why do people live in Texas with stuff like this? And I actually, Claudia, I wanted to ask you that. And you know, I'm not throwing any shade or anything, but as a Black female, as a woman that lives in Texas, and in Texas is disrespect towards, you know, the oppression towards women. Like, do you feel some kind of way paying taxes to a state that treats women like this?
Well, there's no state income tax here, but I will say that when I moved here, this wasn't happening. As someone who is a survivor of sexual assault, abuse, actually a whole rape when I was in 18 years old, and this had to be an option for me, actually. On a serious note, I had to have an abortion or I would have had the baby of a rapist. And I've spoken about this on other platforms. So it really, really bothers me. I mean, I'm probably beyond my childbearing age years, but to know that there's women out here that have already called the rape hotline or called Planned Parenthood seeking an abortion because they were raped and they're going to be forced to have a baby of a rapist or the baby of their molester. It really makes me reconsider. It makes me sick. It makes me want to campaign. I don't get why these men are doing this to these women. And you know, let one of these white men find out their daughter was raped by someone Black or brown, and you'll see how fast these goddamn laws change. But the problem is the people with no money will be affected. They can't travel across state lines. And the people that are, you know, have the money and the privilege, they'll be able to quietly go to a private clinic in Oklahoma and Louisiana, elsewhere. And it's really, really, really messed up and it breaks my heart. So I actually have been thinking about leaving, but what do? Do you stay and fight or do you leave? I don't know, but you know, anyways, let's take a quick break. Unless y'all have any more comments on this piece.
I just want to say, I'm sorry. That's my first time hearing that from you, and my heart goes out to you. I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Well, you know, we also need to bring up another thing that's very poignant. Before the passage of Roe v. Wade, women found ways to terminate pregnancies anyway, whether it was with a rusty clothes hanger, whether it was drinking liquid Drano. Where there is a will, there is a way. And when people feel like their back is up against the wall, they will do any and everything. So this law is not, for the morality police out there, it's not going to stop people from getting abortions. What we're going to find is a rise in backdoor, back alley abortions, leading to all kinds of infections and death and rise of injury to women and their reproductive stuff, because somebody grandma gonna have some type of, you know, turmeric mass mixed with flat tummy tea and a clothes hanger from the cleaners and gonna make it do what it do.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as someone who went through it the legitimate way, I got severely ill and I went through it the right way, where I almost died with the infection afterwards. So imagine, and you're absolutely right. It's not going to stop you from, if you really don't want that baby and you're going to find a way. And then, it's just why are we messing with this law? Why are we messing with this law when, even if it shouldn't even matter if it's rape, it's your choice. Because if we had the law in place where it's, well, in the case of rape, we'll let it slide. Can you imagine how many false reports of rape and how many men will be railroaded because women don't want to carry these babies? Like, keep it where it is. It's a moral issue. A woman will have to deal with it for the rest of her life morally and deal with that. It shouldn't have to be a legal thing. And then to have bounties placed on those women, it's absolutely evil and ridiculous. Evil. You white men that are making these laws, you have no business. You have no place. The
sad part, if you ever find out, a lot of these super conservatives, when they get caught with their mistresses on the side, the mistresses come forward and say, he gave me $3,000 to go have an abortion, but yet said conservative politician is on the front lines voting against it.
One of them slid the date rape, the date rape drug. I'm sorry, not the abortion drug, RU-486, into his mistress's drink. I forgot which one it is, but I'll look it up during the break. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back with more TGIF.